everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have an exciting build. I know I've been gone for a long time. I've injured myself quite seriously and had to spend either all my time in the hospital or um, in my bedroom. So coming to my computer and sitting here to make a build and then like do a voiceover and whatever, well, it's not great and not easy, but here we are. I'm here. I have a build for you, and this build is actually inspired by this build is a haunted museum, and the exterior is as close as I could get it to the inspiration, and then the inside is just like a Sims version of the museum, I suppose. Obviously, like the interior is not accurate because I've never even been there before. But obviously, he has stuff in the museum. And I haven't even told you where this museum is from. This is Zak Bagans' haunted museum from he's Zak Bagans. He is like the lead investigator and host for the TV show Ghost Adventures. And you know what? Whether you like Zach Bagans or his show or multiple shows, yes, now, whether you like him or not, I love Ghost Adventures. It's kind of like something that me and my boyfriend kind of watch. um, we pretty much watch it every day. We watch a couple of episodes before we go to bed. And yes, I'm a big fan. I love the show. And yeah, Zach basically owns this museum which is filled with like haunted artifacts and well, haunted stuff. There's not really any other way to put it. And he also has done a few episodes of Ghost Adventures in the museum, and I believe he also has another show which is just called The Haunted Museum, which I haven't seen any of, but it's probably just like, I don't know, investigations of the museum or something. I don't know because I haven't seen it, but I will be watching that eventually. um, but yeah, I just thought I'm a big fan of Ghost Adventures, and this museum is so cool, and like I would love to visit it. Problem is it's in Las Vegas and I live in England, so chances of that ever happening like zero. But I would love to go and visit it. I think it'll be really, really cool. That's kind of like a dream of mine. But yeah, I built the exterior as accurate as I could. Uh, so I believe it's a Tudor house. Like the building itself is like original Tudor, I think. And then Zach kind of just like brought it and turned it into the museum. I could be completely wrong about that. Should have looked that up before I started recording, but oh well. And yeah, and I was just thinking, you know, businesses and hobbies has been out for a while, and I never built a business, and I also haven't played in Ravenwood. Despite the fact that Life and Death has been out for a really long time too. So I thought, you know what would be a really great business to own in Ravenwood? Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. uh, so that's why I decided that I was going to build this, and I think the building is actually bigger than this. I swear, when I was looking at pictures, there's like a whole other section to the left. Uh, but I couldn't get good enough pictures of it to actually see what that was. I only got good enough pictures of this, and then I saw this like big like tent thing or something like that, with like tables where people were sitting and stuff in like a courtyard. So I kind of made a courtyard, but I never added the other building because I didn't know what that was. I wasn't 100% sure if it was actually part of the museum or if it was just another building that I don't know. So I only built this part of the museum. And I tried to do outside his museum. He has a curved fence, and I tried to do it, but it's like a curved fence on a like a level, like a platform, and I just couldn't do it. So I did a square fence instead, but I did try the curved fence. um yeah, and I had so much fun building this, and it can't be that bad because I showed it to my boyfriend before I even did the interior, and I said, "Do you know what I've made?" And he knew it exactly that it was Zak Bagans Haunted Museum. So I can't have done that bad of a job. um, yes, and there's also a little mini Easter egg as well, which is also a little bit of a. Uh, I don't know. Some people might see this as like a dig or an offense or something, but I thought it would be funny. So like when Ghost Adventures first started, it was Zak Bagans, Aaron Goodwin, and Nick Groff. And Nick left. There was a whole load of drama surrounding all of that. Um, so now it's Zak Bagans, Aaron Goodwin, Billy Tolley, and Jay Wasley. And I put a ghost cow plant in the garden, and I changed its name to Nick Groff. Which some people might try and make out that's like an offense thing. It's not. I didn't mean it as an offense thing. It's literally just because he used to be part of the crew and now he's not. But I wanted it to include him because he was part of Ghost Adventures at one point. So I don't know. That's what I did. So the cow plant is called Nick Groff. Um, also the life and death like portrait picture where you can like put your like family picture in it. I put that in this museum. But obviously at the time you can see I have my tester sim, so he's the person in the picture. But I will show you. We're gonna do a tour. And I will show you that I actually downloaded. Somebody made the Ghost Adventures crew in the game and uploaded them to gallery. So I downloaded them and I made them obviously own this lot, and then I changed portrait to them and I locked it, so now the building's on the gallery and it will have the picture of them in there. However, because it has a picture of them as sims, like the sims that live on the lot, so technically my sims is what they will call it. When you go on the gallery to download it, if you want to download it, you have to select the little checkbox for modded things because it counts as modded even though it's just like an in-game photograph of the sims, like the gallery generated picture of them. But that's what it is. The only thing I did was I changed a couple of the traits that Zach had because they just weren't fitting what I personally would do if I was to create them from scratch. And I gave him the macabre trait because for some reason he didn't have that. And I was like, if anybody is going to fit that trait, it's gonna be Zak Bagans. So I gave him that one, and then in the portrait, obviously he has his arms crossed over. I was like, yep, that's Zak Bagans right there. But anyway, let's actually talk about other parts of the build. Also, all these like little pauses and stuff that you might see, that'll be because I'm looking at like photographs and stuff. And obviously in the exterior, I kind of went on my own. I added like the sign, I added the freezer bonies because I mean you have to, they fit perfectly with a thing like this. But in terms of like landscaping and stuff, I did my own thing because obviously the real museum's in Las Vegas, but we're in Ravenwood, which has a completely different like terrain and environment to Las Vegas. So I made this fit more so Ravenwood rather than trying to do like the Las Vegas look. Which I don't know all too well because I've never been to Vegas, but so yeah, this fits Ravenwood more, but not like completely. Like I didn't do any like dead trees or anything, but the idea is there, and I think it fits in quite well. So I'm quite happy with that. Uh, um, and yeah, I added plenty of outdoor lighting because I mean, yeah, it's dark. And I used these little post ones and I just raised them up onto the fence to make them look like they were sitting on the post of the fence. I don't know why. I just thought, oh, this will look better than me just like putting them in the ground. So that's what I did. Um, Yeah. Oh, and we're doing the interior now. So I spend most of the beginning of the interior just like going through the entire catalog, picking out items. So I was like, okay, I can see that being in here. I can see this being in here, and whatever, whatever. So yeah, I spent a lot of time taking out some spooky stuff, and I'm also finishing like the little entryway where you pay your ticket to come in. Um, so yeah, I just have some bookshelves in there, and obviously a beautiful grandfather clock because I mean it's fitting. It works fine. I don't think did I put anything else in here. I can't remember. I think I put a burglar alarm in there because obviously I don't want people stealing from the museum. Um, um, yeah, I don't know if I did that. Also, I put that like skeleton Bluffy because I was thinking more so along the lines. Dak has in his museum like a doll room with haunted dolls in it. Um, but we're very lacking in terms of dolls in this game, so I put that in there to represent that. And then I found the like Dahlia doll from Paranormal Stuff, and I changed her to red, and put her in there too. Kind of as like an ode to like Annabelle, the real life Annabelle. Um, yeah, so we do have a haunted doll in here. Um, oh, and also Zach has in this museum. I can't remember the name of the guy who owned the van, but he has a van of a guy, a, a doctor Carv or something like that. Um, yeah, it's like an exhibit with the guy's real van in there. So I decided that I was going to add a van and pretend that that's the van. So, um, yeah, just so you know, before you see it happen and you're like, why she's putting like a giant toy car in this museum? And it was really helpful because obviously we have where is it? Is it in Windenburg where they have like the chalet? It's like a giant like haunted house museum kind of thing, the ghosts and whatever. But it has all like the little like plaques with like the information plaques that you find in like museums and stuff. So that came in really handy for putting around to make it look like there's plaques for the exhibits. Also, when I put all the stuff in in the like display cases, they do say that they're for sale. I do then go in after I finish building it and just disable sales because obviously I don't want people buying the exhibits. Um, so yeah, just so you know, that's all disabled. Um, yes, and I do have the business set up as well. Obviously, I will show you the uh, all of that when we go and do the tour and whatever. So just wait for that, and I'll show you that. Oh yeah, the Spirit House. So it's like Spirit House. Yes, obviously. It fits in well, and yeah, but like I said, oh yeah, that wow because that wow can like not curse you, but it can like punish you. And I thought, ah, that works. As you can see, I was just finding anything and everything I could, and just placing everything down into this museum. Everything I like, piano because. I mean, if there's a piano in a haunted house, you know that thing's gonna be played by a ghost. So, put the piano in there. Um, all other stuff like obviously some really cool chandeliers, some really cool like pottery. Um, I don't know. Oh, and I changed all of the archways to that little like curtain thing that you see on the wall there. Just because I thought that looks so much cooler than the archways, and it's like I don't know, a bit more like fitting for the build that we were making to have them go through those. I also do put a coffin display in here as well, which again I think yes that works perfectly. And obviously the skeleton sims, one from Get to Work from the Doctor Korea, and that blue one with the spear that came in Jungle Adventure, I think. And obviously with the apothecary skill in the fairy pack. Then we have the cow plant horn and the freezer bunny paw. I put those in this museum too because I thought, you know, haunted objects, you know. I was gonna put a death flower in here, but you can't use the little pots for them, only the big pots, and I didn't want a big pot. So, oh, and also a crow. or a raven, because if any place is going to be fitting of a raven, it's going to be this place. And that machete I use because haunted like swords and stuff, swords that have been used in like rituals and sacrifices and whatever. um yeah, so it's a lot of fun stuff. um and also lots of artwork. I kind of do like an exhibit in the next room over, which is kind of like like a, I don't know, like sailors lost treasures kind of thing. I put like a picture from Cats and Dogs of a sailor, um and some like ship stuff and cannons and whatever else. Oh, and also the gramophone and the little radio. I was like, those work perfectly. um I also put the sugar skulls in. um that's from some collection, I think. It was like a Day of the Dead, like, I don't know, like celebration or something. Yeah, so I put those in there as well. The tarot cards. um yeah, I'm putting everything in my inventory. So I got everything out, then put it all in my inventory just to make things a little bit easier on me. So if you were wondering where everything went after I spent all that time getting it out, build by menu. So yes, I think first of all we finish the entryway. Um, it has to look somewhat grand despite it being quite a little small entryway, but I had to make it look good. I put the fireplace in here too because I was like, hey, this is an older house, which, like I said, I think it was a original Tudor build. So it's like in the Tudor times they would have fireplaces. So I put in this fireplace from Life and Death because I was like, it's like spooky, so it fits. And I basically used the same wallpaper in all of the rooms because you're not going there to look at the wallpaper. And I used this castle estate flooring for like the ceiling, and I just think that looks really grand and really cool. Yeah, and I had a really hard time. I wanted to put curtains on some of the windows, and I did have a hard time trying to pick out curtains that I liked that fit. I wanted some curtains that kind of fit like the one. Yeah. Oh, this is me just making sure I get the van to scale with the Sims. Um, yeah. I wanted curtains that fit like the archways, but they don't really have those, so I went with these ones instead, and they look good. They look good. So yeah. So this is the van owned by that doctor guy that I can't remember the name of. And some of these plaques I'm just putting up as well. And the display cases. So this is like the main like exhibit room, I guess you could say. Uh oh yeah, I obviously put the clothing sign. So we have pictures up here. We have obviously those shelves are filled with stuffs. We have plaques everywhere. We have some cool stuff on some floating shelves, or wall shelves, whatever you want to call them. This thing, where's that from? That's from Island Living, I think. It's like sword thing. I was like, this looks perfect for the use. Um, Obviously the knight statue, because why not? That just fits in too. Obviously lots of paranormal things, little trinket boxes and stuff. Voodoo doll, obviously, and some of the Star Wars stuff actually, which is surprising. But I was figuring like haunted toys and weird like statues and stuff, kind of like omens and whatever. So I was like, that works. Some of these orbs from Realm of Magic, with like they're like the familiar orbs, and it's like that they look cool. Haunted typewriters, urns, the cow plant in a jar, obviously. Old jewelry. Oh, and there's a little wedding topper of like two little people, and I was like, I sized those up. Haunted dolls, just like that. Yeah, so I have a couple potteries here, the two skeletons. Sorry, I just hit my buffer thing. Um, yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, nothing. I don't know what's just happened. Sorry. Anyway, I have. Oh yeah, I got these plaques. These are actually from. Where are these from? Are they from? Get to Work. I can't remember where those are from, but I have those. They come in handy too. Open them up all over like the display cases and whatever as like little extra like plaques and stuff, so we don't only have like the standing plaques. I thought the like globes and stuff were quite cool too, so I put those in. Yeah, and just like choosing colours for everything was really fun as well. And obviously we had to have a night statue. Oh yeah, I do end up getting all of the medals from Debug to put into that medal display case. I will, again, you know, you'll see that in the little tour that we do. Yeah, just some more statues and things really. I didn't want to put too much on the floor because obviously it's a museum. I want your Sims to be able to like walk around and actually like view everything. Oh yeah, and I do like a bathroom in here, obviously. And there is a changing table for babies if you were to bring a baby. I don't know why, it's a spooky haunted museum, but you know, my mum would have totally taken me to something like this when I was little. So, you know, people might have cool mums like I did. And it took me forever to try and find this stupid changing mat too. I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it eventually, obviously. took a little while. But obviously, yeah, you need a public bathroom. Yeah, and I could put some like brooms and stuff in there so they can clean the museum after all the guests and whatever, because that's probably a good idea too. Yeah, but oh yeah, I used the paper towels and the hand soap dispenser thingies from Get to Work because it's a public bathroom, not a personal one, so I don't think you would have like a little like soap bowl. Yeah, so yeah. And obviously I was trying to get a curtain because this window looks out into like the little like courtyard thing, but none of the curtains were working for me, so I used just a blind instead. Yeah, and then I'm just choosing some tiles and stuff. I was originally going to do it in the black one, but I was like, nah, it's a bit too dark, so I'm going to do this like red one. It's from Lovestruck, I think, so, and I've never used it, so I used it here. Yeah, that's the portrait I was talking about. That now has the Ghost Adventures crew in it. Yeah, the saxophone. This is my little like lost sailor exhibit. So, yeah, if we could size those flags down, I would have put those in there. So there's like some of his artifacts, like the ship wheel, the cannon, like a saxophone. We can pretend like he owned the saxophone. I put like an open diary on that. Drawers there we go, that's his diary. Yeah, so that's like his little exhibit, like dedication to this one sailor, I suppose. And I did put little like sofa and a plant and stuff just because, you know, you're gonna want to sit down a little bit. And this is the little other memorial room. These are the pictures that kind of like they change when you're in live mode to like creepy vampire faces, so I thought that was fitting for a haunted museum as well. Because I mean like pictures changing and stuff, you know, that I don't know what else you would do. Oh yeah, and this little like trinket box and stuff, and that's where I put the rabbit paw, the freezer bunny paw, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and this rug, I used it because I was like, this looks like this could have been like a rug from his ship or something. I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch, I suppose, but whatever. The Tragic Clown painting in ode to Zak Bagans museum having the clown room. We don't have many clown objects, but also I wanted to show my mum this build, and if it had clowns everywhere, she would not want to look at it. My mum is like deathly afraid of clowns, so I didn't put all of that clown stuff. But the Tragic Clown is in there for like an ode to that. This is the second like display cabinet exhibit room kind of thing. I also put like the fortune teller's tent in here too. I don't know why I put that in there. I just thought this would be cool, you know, in a haunted museum to have like a fortune teller. So yeah, I put that in there as well. This is also where I put like the Dahlia doll, which is also fitting because they did a investigation in a place called the Black Dahlia, which was quite an active location as well. So the doll being called the Dahlia doll, it's like, this is just perfect. This just works perfectly. yeah, this is kind of just like a final random bits kind of room kind of thing. Anyway, some gravestones. Oh yeah, the tarot cards, because I was like, this is great, and I chose like swatches that I thought would fit. I had some of the paranormal stuff in here as well, so kind of like that hand clay sculpture, and a couple of the other like things that kind of spawn on your lot if you have like a haunted house lot. They have like their little like totem figurine and whatever else, and I just put a couple like other little statues and stuff in here that could work, and a bowl, I guess. I don't know, we have very little things so that you can put in this place and it looks like it works in this kind of museum. So I was stretching a little bit with some things and struggling at this point, because I was like, well, what else can I do? I feel like I've already used like everything. But no, thankfully we managed to fill up all the displays. I haven't even got that doll out yet. I don't know if I've even found her yet, but I do find her. The first one I pulled out, I think, was like the in-game one that you can't change the color of, but then I found the debug one which you can change the color of, so I changed the color of her to fit a one. This is like a staff little area just to go out to the side yard and put some trash away and whatever else, and this is kind of like Zak's manager's office, I suppose. So I put some managerial things in here. I put the corkboard up with all the postcards and stuff, because I was like, oh, we can say that fans have sent him these postcards. And I also put some like camera equipment and stuff, you know, as a hint of, you know, the show. So yeah, I added some stuff in there. But yeah, he needs this little manager office to do all his stuff in there. I don't know. And I finally had a wall where I can use that paranormal picture, because I was running out of wall space really quickly. But yes, it fit in perfectly, and we're almost done pretty much, I think. Wait, oh yeah, we've only got like 2 minutes left, so yeah, I think I just finished like just some like final touches and stuff. Oh, and I do have to find the cow plant still, which I named Nick Groff, and obviously I need to find the postcards for the postboard, for the corkboard or whatever it's called. Which I have the organized debug, what's it called, organized debug mod, so yeah, I've only had it a little while, so I'm not exactly a pro at finding the things that I want to find in the debug yet, but I do find it eventually. Oh yeah, this is where I find all the medals as well, so I put those, they're just on the floor, but when we do the tour you'll see that I have put them in the display thingy. Oh yeah, like a haunted book, I thought that was cool too. I didn't even know we had that kind of thing in there, so it was good. Oh yeah, these are just sugar skulls. I kind of put them up messily, but you'll see in the tour that I've actually organised them as well, so you'll see that as well. Here's all the postcards. Yeah, I really like this build. Oh yeah, and I put these little like spirit dolls, kind of like, I'm going to pretend they're like a protection thing, so none of the guests leave the museum with anything attached to them. And we just have a bowl of critter bones for some reason in debug, so I was like, you know what, this is a really fitting place to have those, so I'm going to put those in there too. Well, what's more haunted than bones? Oh yeah, and these little carvings from werewolves, I believe, and I was like, oh, these are another thing that just works perfectly for this kind of thing. Oh, and I found these little dolls as well, which I edited in, and another voodoo doll, because you can never have too many. There's Nick Groff, the cow plant. Yeah, and yeah, this is me finding another little doll to put in there. And oh yeah, here we go. Hello Dahlia doll, that's what she's called, and she is. So I'm gonna do the tour now. Yes, here we are in the game. This is our haunted museum, and as you can tell, here's Zak Bagans and Aaron and Jay. No, sorry, Billy. And this one's Jay. But yeah, let's do a quick tour, shall we? So, obviously, this is where you come in. We have obviously the front entrance looking very, very pretty. And obviously the sign to say whether or not you can come in or not. We have the sign with the freezer bonies, of course, because they are kind of vital beings. And the little spirit house. And up on the doorway, we have a little cannon just to welcome you, and tapestry, and just a little thing, like, I don't know what you would call that, it's just a plaque. We have the little well that you can get curses and stuff from. It is glitched a bit because I have sized it down, but it's fine, because it's animated, but it's fine, it's okay. And here is Aaron playing with Nick. That's his name, Nick Groff, so you're welcome. And then through here we have a little seating area underneath a little like tented pergola thing, some tables, and just this little llama gargoyle kind of thing. Come in through here obviously, and here is the little entryway. This is the little machine. I actually have to re-register this business now that that it's owned by someone else, and the clock, and some bookcases, and these beautiful chandeliers that I found as well that I really like. And then in here we have like the first exhibit room. We have lots and lots and lots of stuff. Where's my stuff gone from in there? Did I forget to fill that? I don't know. I swear I filled it. And then on this side we have all of this stuff here, and obviously the plaques and these things here. Sure, you can like video gaming, I don't care. And then we have the tarot cards. These are the swatches I picked because I thought that they just kind of fit the vibe, I guess. And then over here we have our skeletons and a couple pots. Here's the medals we have in here. So they're very nice. A little crystal ball, the haunted book, which is cool. Some candles, and then this somber picture of this woman who looks very sad. And then over here we have like a little like totem thingy, and then we have the van, which is owned by Dr. What's His Face. There's so much stuff happening in this stupid game. And then we just have a couple of like hands, some scrolls. This is actually from the Grim Reaper courier as well, so that's cool. And an old chest, and we have a little spirit doll here hiding behind this lady here. And then through to this room here, we obviously have the beautiful portrait of the guys right here. Picture of the Grim, because we have to. This is an ode to an actual museum in Zak's museum. An actual mirror in Zak's museum. Which is kind of messed up mirror, let's just say that. This is our little sailor exhibit. I like how there's like lights on here. I didn't know that there were lights on there, but that's interesting. Because I think this is technically supposed to be a stolen object. I don't know though. And this little like saxophone, and this is him and his dog. Through to this door we just have this room here. Zak's little, what do you call it, office room, the cameras and stuff. So it all looks very nice. Zak is getting into his outerwear for some reason. This side, this is actually from Star Wars, but I thought it worked out well. Just more stuff. In here we have the music room. Was there music playing somewhere? Yeah, anyway, so this is like the music, this little music room. Oh, is it the gramophone playing music? Oh my god, it is. And then in here we just have just a little like staff area, just to come out onto here. And I thought this was funny because this has like the Grim Employee of the Month thing. I thought that would be funny to add into here as well. And then we obviously have the customer bathroom, with the changing mat and everything as well. And then in here we have the second main exhibit room. We have obviously the fortune teller tent, so come and do stuff. I wish that this was actually functional, but it's not. We have the clown picture, this like, I don't know. Just that picture just fit in it, and obviously our bowl of bones, our cow plant skull. We have some graves and an old globe. I think this one's actually the bar, isn't it? It is, yeah. So you're gonna have a sneaky drink in there. This like altar thingy, which I just thought looked cool, and this really cool picture as well. I really like this one. This thing I think is from Island Living. This is a Star Wars thing, I think, and then obviously this is the life and death like funeral memorial thingy. And we just have the Sims freeze ray thing in there, and a couple like decorations and whatever. Over on this side is where we have obviously the Dahlia doll, this little ghost in a jar, which is cute, like an old vase, an old quill, lantern, like a sculpture thing. This like clay hands from Paranormal Stuff. And then these things, the machete for example, the little voodoo doll, these little dolls as well, bowl, statue, you know, all this stuff. And this is, I put some like swords and a shield. There's a spirit doll, some big regal paintings, and then this is the sugar skull display. I think this is all the skulls in the game. I could be wrong, but I think it is. So I have all of those there. And then in the final room we have our coffin room. So we have obviously the coffin on the display. We have a couple of these like memory boxes. This one's actually a music box, but this one's like the keepsake box, and obviously the rabbit's foot, this tapestry thing, this big totem thing, which I think is from Jungle Adventure, but I sized it down and the lighting on it was a bit strange, so I just added a wall light. Do that. These is the scalp plant skull. These are the paintings I was telling you about that changed. So she's obviously a vampire now. They've lost their heads, and he's a werewolf. I couldn't think of any more fitting of pictures. Anyway, so that is my haunted museum. It is on the gallery. Let's just like register some more business together, because obviously it doesn't have the business anymore. Okay, so I have done this. It's just rough, but this is the Haunted Museum, and it says, "Welcome to the Haunted Museum, the home of all things paranormal, cursed and outright terrifying." And this was the best I can come up with. So we have view art and view collectibles and possess objects, because it's a haunted museum. We want this place to be haunted. So this is our business. I'm just going to click tick. And now this is actually our business. And yeah, like I said, if you want to download this, you have to click the little button that says modded, just because of that one picture in the museum of the guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this build, and I will see you all in another video. Depends on how long I can sit at my desk for to make one. I do have my second Disney Dreamlight Valley decoration video though, so I have to make the voiceover and the tour for that one. And that's the end of this. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day or night or wherever it is you are in the world. And yeah, bye guys.